In my role with the company I now work for, I've begun to do a lot of traveling. It started back in October, and from October through December, I think I traveled 9 or 10 weeks. And often I would end up going to the exact same hotel in the exact same city. And I was lucky because it was a really nice hotel. And when I would come in to the hotel, the people at the desk would say, "Well, hello, Mr. Robertson, good to see you again." And I kind of got to know them and they got to know me. And the rooms were top quality rooms. It was very comfortable and I enjoyed it a lot. But one of the things that happened that was unique was at the end of one of my last trips, I got up one morning and I was going to take my hot shower before I went down to do my work. And I turned on the shower and the shower just would not get hot. So I fiddled with the handle and I waited 5 minutes or something, letting the shower run, thinking eventually it would get hot. And it never did. It just stayed lukewarm. So finally I thought, well, if I'm going to get a shower, I'm going to have to take a lukewarm shower. So I got in and I took that lukewarm shower, and it was really disappointing because if it had been a hot shower, it would have been really refreshing. If it had been a cold shower, although I don't love cold showers, it would have been invigorating at least. You know, I've been in the mission field many times, and when I would go and you're out in the, Nicaragua or Haiti someplace, and you're working really hard through the day, you're hot, and you get back and the shower is cold. And while you don't love a cold shower, again, really invigorating. I mean, you get out and you kind of, you feel, alive as it were. Well, in this case, it's just a lukewarm shower. And the whole time I was in the shower, I couldn't help but think about what Jesus said in Revelation 3 to the church at Laodicea. He said, "I know your deeds, that you are neither cold nor hot. I wish you were either one or the other. So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I'm about to spit you out of my mouth." Now, those are strong words from Jesus. And you might read those and go, well, why in the world did he say neither hot nor cold? You'd think he'd want you to be hot, right? Well, Roy's interpretation of that is, something that's cold, like cold water, can be really, really refreshing. It can be even invigorating, like I said. But if you're outside working on a hot day, all you want is cold water. You don't want lukewarm water. You want it to be cold because it refreshes you from the inside out. Jesus even said, if you give a cup of cold water in his name, there'd be a blessing. And then hot water, well, it can be used to wash clothes. It can be used to take a shower. It can be used to make your dinner. I mean, because you cook in hot water. You shower in hot water. And you don't want to cook in lukewarm water, and you certainly don't want to shower in it. So Jesus is saying, be one or the other. Do not be lukewarm. Now, when I think of someone who is lukewarm, you know what I think about? I think about somebody who's a fence sitter. They're sitting on the fence and they've got 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in the Word. And you're really in neither place. Go back to what we've talked about the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, we said Matthew got up, left everything, and followed Jesus. He went all in with Christ. Last week, we talked about walking away from the world and the things of the world, and that we only love God and love people, that's where our focus should be. But we're to love the Lord more than anyone or anything else. And again, Jesus said, I want you to be hot or cold. Don't be lukewarm. So think about your life. Think about where you are in your relationship with Jesus. Think about where your feet are standing. Are you all in with Jesus, or are you kind of straddling the fence? You got 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in the Word. See, the reality is when you're doing that, you're neither one or the other, and you're really not happy. You need to be committed to one or the other. And of course, I'm suggesting that you get 100% committed to the Word. I've thought about my past. I've thought about the times where I was a fence sitter. I've thought about my time in life when I've had feet in both places, and you're just not happy, and you're certainly not committed to Christ. Not the way you should be. So as you go into your week this week, think about that. Think about your life, and think about being hot or cold. I suggest you get really hot for Christ and stay there, all in for Jesus. And of course, in every day and in every way, keep walking with him. See you next week.